Hi, it is Tamara. It is Monday. It is not 2 o'clock. I know this is late. I was having some difficulties, so I decided to record this. I think that's probably the easiest way for me to do it. But I am here. It is Tamara with our Beagley family. And at doTERRA, we are super, super privileged to have some of the top doctors and experts who educate us and guide us through our usage of essential oils and wellness products. The foundational focus is this: how can we build healthy habits to create a life that we love? And how can you live younger longer, right? I think that's the goal for everybody. I love this quote by Joshua Holtz: wellness is connection of paths, knowledge, and action. So think about this. It's really time to fall in love with taking care of your body, and creating healthy daily habits, right, is the goal. This focus aligns perfectly with what will be shared at convention. Convention is coming up. It is the September 18th through the 21st. It is in Salt Lake City, Utah. You can still buy tickets. You can either go in person, which is like an experience in itself, because there's so much energy and just like so many people that love doTERRA as much as you do, right? And so the energy is really good. You get a lot of in-depth education and hands-on things, right? You can also get a virtual ticket. Any ticket will get you the option of purchasing the convention kit that will be released during convention. And that means you will get it before other people will get the products, because if you have the ticket, you can get a convention kit then. Otherwise, you have to wait, I think, until like October, and then even longer, as some of the products might not be available as soon. So I will put a link in the comments on how you can get a ticket, right? All the different kinds of tickets. But this focus that we're talking about really aligns perfectly with what will be shared at what will be shared at convention, right? And so I want to ensure that you're getting the highest impact out of every decision that you make, every supplement that you take, every oil that you use. doTERRA really wants to make sure that they're not just releasing new products, but that you learn how to pair those products with healthy habits, your daily healthy habits, right, that you're getting in the habit of doing, so that you get the most out of every health decision that you make. Over the next couple of weeks, before convention hits, I'm going to share from our in-house experts like Dr. Hill and Dr. Oglethorpe and Dr. Von Watts and many others, as we prepare for all the exciting product releases, right, coming at convention. So my goal is to get you educated, and we're going to start with the why behind the new products. And before we offer you a solution, we need to really understand the problem, right? And so today, we're going to dive into a conversation about nutrition and lifestyle and genetics with our very own Dr. Hill and Dr. Von Watts, and they're going to share some really incredible insights with you. First up is Dr. David Hill. He's one of the founding members of doTERRA. He's really a world expert in essential oils and their daily use. He travels the world. He's given his time and his life to share his knowledge with the world. It's really a super, super honor, right, to learn from him. He's probably my favorite person when I go to convention to listen to. I don't know why. I like the way that he speaks, and he speaks to me. So, his ability to connect with individuals and help them with their most difficult and personal challenges is unmatched. Okay, so I'm going to play a video for you, and we will all watch. So let me share my screen right there. Share. We're going to take my little photo out because you don't need to stare at me. Okay, here we go.
Thank you for that very thoughtful and kind introduction. It's always wonderful to be with you. And today, I'm especially grateful that I have the opportunity to share a few of my thoughts regarding the factors of lifestyle, and in particular, its direct influence for health through our genetic expression. Now, in doTERRA, we've shared a lot of information regarding our study of epigenetics and how gene expression can be modified. You've also been given the opportunity in our recent past to understand it's the expression of our genes, both healthy and unhealthy, that predominantly determine our overall health and wellness. Our genes provide information needed for our health, for our appearance, and maybe for some of us, unfortunately, even our personality. For these reasons, we may feel that we're victims to our genetic profile and the DNA that they produce. So let's be clear. Genetics are fixed, and unfortunately, there's nothing that you or I can do to remove or change the DNA we were born with. For example, you may carry a genetic predisposition for obesity, but you're not destined to a life of diabetes unless the lifestyle choices you make support such an outcome. You may carry the BRCA gene that predisposes you to breast cancer, or you have a familial history of heart disease, but a lifestyle filled with nutrient-dense whole foods, regular exercise, and abstinence from other detrimental lifestyle choices can greatly reduce the chances of developing cancer or heart disease. Lifestyle also, and this is important, lifestyle can also support the appropriate response when unhealthy challenges do arise. Think of genetics as a light switch that you can turn off and on based on the lifestyle choices that you make. To put it simply, our daily choices have the power to upregulate or downregulate specific genetic outcomes. Now, I recognize that there is no one thing that can solve all issues. I believe, however, lifestyle is foundational and critical to provide our best opportunity for health. It's interesting to me that in 1903, Thomas Edison, concerned about the health care of his time, stated, "The doctor of the future will give no medicine, but will interest his patient in the care of the human frame, in diet, and in the cause and prevention of disease." I know that we can all easily recognize the frailties associated with approaches to health that are devoid of the most fundamental practices of lifestyle. It is well established and understood that the majority of our individual health and wellness is lifestyle induced, and more importantly, within our own ability to control and to change. In my own experience, I found this to be completely true. So what are the lifestyle elements that help us to form the greatest opportunity for our best and most healthy lifestyle choices? Well, it's the doTERRA Wellness Pyramid. It provides a simple framework for us to follow. It encompasses each of the areas of lifestyle that can support a more healthy influence through genetic expression. It teaches models of daily nutrition, of exercise and metabolism, reducing the elements of stress, and having the appropriate amounts of rest. It also helps us understand the need to reduce the toxic exposure that we have. Using the wellness pyramid as a resource creates more personal responsibility for our own health choices, and more importantly, allows for adaptation for our individual needs. It's interesting also that 9 out of the 10 most important risk factors for poor health and even death are rooted in the elements of poor nutrition. In doTERRA, we think of the daily elements of nutrition as foundational. We also understand the framework that nutrition builds within us for healthy metabolic response and appropriate cell function. Good nutrition has a direct benefit for nearly every aspect of our health and well-being. Now let's take a few minutes and let's define more clearly our best nutritional practices. Now, it's my privilege to introduce to you somebody whom I believe to be an expert. Dr. Von Watts comes with us with a wealth of experience. He's been involved very specifically in healthcare and medicine that allows him to focus on issues of thyroid, of digestive issues, and also of toxicity. He also has an unending line of experience that lets him talk about the value of nutrition and very specifically the things that we can do to empower ourselves. I'm thankful that he's a part of our team and that we have opportunity now to hear from Dr. Von Watts.
Thank you so much, Dr. Hale, for those kind words. I am really excited today to take this opportunity to share some great information about the importance of proper nutrition. Now, I know whenever the topic of nutrition comes up, we immediately think, I know we need to eat healthy, but in this day and age, there's way more to nutrition than just eating healthy. So let's shift our mindset a little bit. And rather than obsess over what we eat or if it's going to cause us to gain weight, let's think instead about nutrition from a foundational wellness perspective. It's the fuel that's going to determine how well our engine runs. So, in other words, when we provide the body and organs with the proper fuel, we allow those organs to function at a more optimal level. So, every physiological function in the body, it requires specific fuel to do its job. So, to name a few, we have brain focus, sleep, energy levels, immune support, all of these things that we can affect with good nutrition. So, imagine your body is like a dynamic system with every cell, tissue, and organ working together seamlessly. That's the goal. And with the right fuel, it can be our reality. So, good nutrition goes way beyond just keeping you fit. It's crucial for every stage of life and every physiological process of the body, from helping like infants grow healthy and strong to children focusing in school to ensuring mothers have safe pregnancies and healthy babies. So it's really about maintaining optimal organ function. I'll say that word a lot. So that our bodies are able to build a robust immune system and ultimately helping you live a longer, healthier, and just a more vibrant life. But the challenge is real. Malnutrition in all its form threatens global health. Eating the wrong things is just one side of the coin. So when we eat things that we know are unhealthy, we know we put ourselves at risk for a lot of different health issues. But the big one, and most of us focus on, is obesity, which, as we know, can lead to many different metabolic health concerns. But it's when we devoid ourselves of eating the right things that we can create vitamin and mineral deficiencies, which can lead to a variety of potential health issues. So the impact of malnutrition, I mean, it's really profound. So affecting not just individuals, but entire communities and countries. Addressing it is essential for fostering healthy, thriving societies where everyone has a chance to reach that full potential. Continuing in this frame of mind that we're fueling our bodies, let's bust the myth that healthy eating means just munching on lettuce all day. Okay, so eating a healthy diet can not only taste good, but it can also be much simpler than most people think. And everyone's path to healthy eating looks different, but the goal is the same. We want to nourish our bodies in a way that supports our unique lifestyles and tastes. So, whether you've been focusing on your nutrition for a while or you've just now decided this is the time to make a change, here are a few hacks I use to ensure I'm fueling my body in a realistic and sustainable way. So, first, eating healthy is much easier than most people think. That's what I want you to take away from this. Adopting any kind of diet, although at times it might be impactful for certain health concerns, is usually restrictive and very difficult to maintain. What I found is that the simpler the dietary plan is, the easier it is to adhere to, and more likely it is to maintain as a long-term habit. So understanding how to eat healthy will allow you to adopt good eating habits regardless of your schedule or your budget. Adopting that good dietary habit does not require drastic changes that are difficult to maintain. Nutrition is more than just fueling your body. It's also helping to provide the proper fuel to your body so that your organs can function, as we've said multiple times, at an optimal level, which then allows those organs to do the job they were designed to do. There are very specific vitamins, minerals, nutrients, and fats that our organs need in order to fuel many different physiological processes. Now, very few people are perfect at eating healthy 100% of the time, but what I've taught over the years is it's not about being perfect with your diet, but rather striving to be as close to it as possible. This is where I add the dietary concept of good, better, best. Now, it may be difficult to do best, and at times, and because of certain circumstances, it could even be difficult to do better, but we can all do good. And this is how I define good. Good is 80-20 rule. If we can all make healthy choices 80% of the time, then we're doing better than 90% of the population. So now I want to take a little bit of time to talk about greens. Did you know a 2010 study in the American Journal of Preventive Medicine, it estimated that the US vegetable supply would need to increase by 70%, almost entirely in dark leafy greens, orange vegetables, and legumes, in order for Americans to meet the recommended daily allowances at that time. And in 2015, the CDC reported that just 9% of adults met the intake recommendations for vegetables, ranging from anywhere from 6% in West Virginia to 12% in Alaska. Only 12% of adults met the recommendation for fruit, ranging from 7% in West Virginia to 16% in Washington, D.C. And if you're like most Americans, you aren't eating enough fruits and vegetables, according to the CDC. A study published in the CDC's November 17th, 2017 Morbidity and Mortality Weekly Report, it shows only about 1 in 10 adults meet federal recommendations, which call for most women to eat 1.5 cups of fruit and between 2 and 2.5 cups of vegetables each day. Not eating enough of these foods can starve our organs from the vitamins and minerals that they need to perform their functions at an optimal level. There are things we can do to fill in the gaps in our nutrition. And doTERRA has come up with the simplest and most effective way to get those things in your diet. And it won't require you to start eating 70 times the amount of vegetables you're currently eating. So don't worry, it's much easier than that. It's as easy as taking the doTERRA greens. This product, it was specifically designed to help fill in those nutritional gaps. It's for those days that we've all have when our schedules or our budgets are keeping us from getting all those fruits and vegetables that we know we should be getting, but we're not. doTERRA Greens is a great option for maintaining that 80-20 rule. And long story short, use doTERRA Greens to help fill in those nutritional gaps. Back to you.
Okay. So, what I wanted to say is that's like some super great info there. I'm excited for next week's, and I will share that with you. So the best way to get that foundation started for yourself, like they were talking about, is using the Lifelong Vitality Pack, if you're not using that already, adding the PB Restore, and you can get that at a discounted price when you order your Lifelong Vitality Pack, and then also adding in the doTERRA Greens. Super simple, easy, and like really beneficial for your health. So be sure that you reach out to the person who's helping you. And if that's me, then leave me a comment below or message me for help. I do have a free ebook that I will put the link in the comments for you to learn more. And any questions, put them in the comments. All right. I will be back next week. You guys have a great rest of your Monday, and I will talk to you later.